So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, now we see Mr. Money in the Bank, Austin Theory come out, and then he starts talking about what happened at Clash of the Castle. He said he was mere moments away by cashing in his Money in the Bank contract to become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. That's what he was saying. But then he said, "It's up until Tyson Fury knocked me out." So yeah, that's what also Theory's mad about, is him getting knocked out by Tyson Fury, which was pretty funny. I'm not even gonna lie, because every time when Theory tries to cash in the Money in the Bank, he's always getting knocked out by somebody. Last time it was Brock. This time it's Fury. So yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, he was getting mad, and the fans started chanting at him and all that, booing him, and he kept on telling them to shut up, and he was messing up on his words and all that stuff, saying, "Shut up, you're making my jaw hurt." So yeah, just funny stuff like that. But then we see Kevin Owens come out, and Kevin Owens was talking about how Austin Theory better be glad he didn't cash in the Money in the Bank contract, because he would have lost. So yeah, that's what he was saying. And Theory starts talking about, like, well, I am the #1 star. I am Mr. Money in the Bank, and for a reason, you're not. And then and then he starts saying that you haven't even won a title in so many years. And then Kevin Owens said, well, if I was in the Money in the Bank ladder match, I would have won it. But you're just lucky I wasn't in it. So you just got it. So yeah, that's what Owens said. Then he says, how about this? You already know what the rules are. Moment we're going to be waiting for a referee to come down. A referee comes down, and then he says that then that person, which is me, I'll be saying, let's go ahead and fight. And then, you know what? Let's go ahead and fight. So yeah. And then we get to the match. It was Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory 1-on-1. And it was a really good match. I'm not even going to lie. They get to the outside of the ring, and then at one point we see Theory actually grabbing Kevin Owens and slamming his head against the steel steps, like the corner of it too, like like the way how you walk up the steps, yeah, right there, which was wild. And Kevin Owens barely made it into the ring by the count of 9, but as soon as he got back into the ring, Austin Theory lifts him up for like a suplex and then drops him right on his knee, pins him 1, 2, Owens barely kicking out 2, and then Owens starts knocking him down. He climbs up the top turnbuckle, and that's when Theory starts getting up there, trying to knock him off the turnbuckle, and then that's when Owens grabs him, hits like a fisherman suplex off the top turnbuckle, and then Theory got back up. Owens pushes him to the ropes, hitting a pop-up powerbomb onto Austin Theory, and then he lifts him back up, and then hits a stunner onto him, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Kevin Owens defeated Austin Theory tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. It was a really good match. If you haven't yet, go check it out. For that match, I'll give it 3 stars. That's why I'll give it great match between those two guys. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see Miz and Ciampa get interviewed. Miz was actually, he was stretching and all that stuff and messed up, and it was just funny stuff. And then he says, well, I don't want to answer that question that you keep on asking me, because every time when you're going to ask that question, I'm not going to answer that, because I'm not going to tell you what happened. And then all of a sudden, she was like, no, I was just going to talk to you about the United States Championship match against Bobby Lashley. And it was somehow he's going to win and all that. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, like I said, great match between Austin Theory and Kevin Owens. If you have yet, go check it out. Like I said, I'll give that match 3 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a really good match between those two guys. So yeah, go check it out if you have yet. Later on tonight, we will see the United States Champion, Bobby Lashley, versus The Miz, 1-on-1 for the U.S. title inside of a steel cage. So yeah, that match will be happening later on tonight. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then.